We all have a story, we all have a tale. Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite a guy.
Well, good evening, folks. Fire's going. Got the campfire going. Hey, great to see you. We got Michael Moran's in the house. We got William Simpson's in the house. We've got Chowser with Foxit Outdoors. Aiden here, great to see you. Small group to start the night out with, which doesn't matter. Heck, if I got one person, man. Fire is still going to go. Fire's going to go. And I only got one person in the basement at the time. Yeah, we're going to pop him up. We're going to pop him up. There he is, running water. Hey, oh, hi. Stop the truck.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Yeah, I put some invites out, and running water, he bit right away, and what's he do? He shows me he's eating Pizza Hut pizza. Yeah. And I told him, I said, hey, you eat that pizza in front of me, and I know exactly what you got coming right there. That's what you'll get. You eat that pizza in front of someone like me. Oh, Lizzie Ann, sweetie. Hi, great to see you, girl. I got a PC notification a minute ago. Got the ping on my phone seconds after you went live. Yeah, and that's crazy. Me Dibble, great to see ya. It's been a while, Me Dibble. Yeah, we got Lizzie Ann and Chowser saying hi there, running water to you.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't see the chat.
Yeah, that's why I'm mentioning it. They're saying something specific to you. I'll try to let you know. You're using your phone, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Makes it inconvenient to try to see chat and use your phone.
Well, phones have been iffy the last well, this whole week.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of
Hey,
issues out
Wandering
there.
Wiley.
You know, most of this
Wandering
week.
Wiley.
Huh?
Oh, I was just going to say what Wandering Wiley said. Just got home after staggering out of the bar tonight after they were finally able to reopen. Hope everyone's doing well and enjoying your summer. Hey, Ryan Bardwell. I mean, what? Howdy, Sty and fams. It is. It's so great to see you, Ryan. Oh my gosh, you did not have to do that, man. Ryan is such when Ryan's available, he loves coming over and he's so supportive. He's always so darn supportive. Thank you very much, Ryan. That is great. That is so awesome. And I give up trying to tell people you don't have to do that. It doesn't do any good. Folks, if they want to support the channel, they're going to do it, even if I tell them, oh, cut it out. You don't have to do that. So I leave it to your own decision. Hey, Teresa Laguerre. Oh, big hug, sweetie. I hope you're doing very well. Wondering why he's saying the internet sucks. Whoa, that's not good. Michael Moran saying hi, Running Water. Me Dibble saying, Sty, it has been a while. PC issues and stress was in the last campfire, but was not in the mood to say hi. Fully understandable, Me Dibble. Totally understandable. Oh, blessings right back at you, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah. I was over at Running Waters the last 3 days working on my adventure trailer. Oh, Lordy. Geez, this old man cannot take the heat anymore. Well, I can take the heat if I got a real comfortable camp chair and a real shady tree near water. That is better yet. Now I can take the heat. But when I got to do something, when I got to actually work in that heat, oh, geez, takes the wind right out of this old boy's sails. What I did in 3 days, I could have done in 3/4 of a day. Yesterday, I was over there for 8.5 hours, and I got probably 2 hours of hard work done. Just because you do something for 15, 20 minutes, you're done, man. Go sit in the shade, slam down a bottle of water, have a couple of smokes, and then try it again. And you go for another 15, 20 minutes, and then you're just like, oh, and you're just soaked with sweat. And you just like, oh, you just sit back down in the shade. So that's the way the whole day yesterday went. And I totally forgot to film. I did a little bit of video on the Murphy bed is done. The mattress is installed. It's done. It's folded against the wall. I got to add one more latch to it. I want 2 security latches to hold that sucker against the wall. Because if that baby comes flopping down, going down the road, it'll probably knock a hole in the floor. I mean, that sucker's heavy. It's a good heavy bed. I jumped in it and I'm bouncing around in it and just enjoying the heck. I can't wait to sleep in there. It's going to be comfy. Look at here. Get it done, Granny. Yes. How are you, kiddo?
Hey.
It is so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. For sure.
Hello.
Hello, Running Water.
Did you hear that? Granny saying hello, Running Water.
Yeah. I said hello. We need
Hey,
you to get 2 hearing aids.
Hey.
What?
What? Computer chick is saying Running Water needs a beard like Sty twins. Yeah.
Beard. And
Maybe later I can find that photo of the 2 of us together. It'll scare you. Oh my gosh. Ryan. Oh man. You know,
Yeah,
right
yes.
now the super chat funds are supporting my costs into that adventure trailer. I didn't think I'd have any cost associated in putting, because I already had like the framework for putting my kitchen counter in. I already had that, and I had all the materials, running water. He was gracious enough. We had leftover materials from building his shed, and he donated some materials to the cause, and then he donated the hinges for the Murphy bed, which was cool. And I thought, well, this is going to go slick. It's not going to cost hardly anything. Until I went, I had to get some screws, right? Well, I wanted good brass screws, marine grade screws that aren't going to rot out on me. They're not going to rust off or, well, tiny little frickin' screws for mounting shelving, 35 cents a piece. And I needed 20 of them. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, cost me $10 for 20 of those little screws. I'm like, what the hell? I thought I was getting off cheap. No. I'm finding out that all these little those stupid barn type hat latches, they're simple. A little 3.5 incher, $6. I mean, I thought, oh, there'll be $1.99 or something. Oh no, they're $6. All these tiny little things just been killing me. Hey, Hollerhound, it's been a while. Good to see you. Yep, Rona didn't get me. Computer Chick is saying, wish me luck. I have 2 jobs I interviewed today. Another interview tomorrow for IT since my company told us we don't know when we will be back. Good for you, girl. I sure hope one of those, you land one of those. She wants to get back to work so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying one of them have to come through, crossing fingers, or I need those ducks from Get Her Done Granny. She's going to need food. Oh, the ducks are only snack size right now. Yeah. They wouldn't make, you'd have to have every single duck to have a nice full meal.
They'd be duck nuggets.
Duck nuggets. Oh, so we going see it into good ground here. There you go. You are so awesome, Ryan. You are just great. I can't wait because it looks like I'll have another full week yet before the trailer is road ready, which I got to get it done before July 2nd because I have Adventures in the Heartland is coming up through my neck of the woods, and they're wanting to stop by on the 2nd and maybe do a camp out. So I'm hoping to get them to follow me on out to Birch Grove, and we'll spend the night out at Birch Grove and do a collab out there and get some video work done. I think it'll be fun. It'll be the first time I take the trailer out after I've done the work on it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Hollerhound's asking Running Water what part of Virginia your video was filmed in.
Let's see. Well, it's the town I was in or started in was Bartow. It's out southeastern end, middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Hey, WTF Mike, good to see you. And E-Waste Mike, there's a guy for you. E-Waste Mike. I typically ask first when someone PayPals me for a specific help in something. I typically ask them, do you mind if I tell people? I'm not asking Mike. he's Oh, Mike, you didn't have to do that, man. He PayPal'd me a considerable sum for my costs associated with the trailer. So, and then he goes and does this. Mike, and I told him, I hope you have channel stickers. He goes, no, I don't. Where do you guys get your stickers? He said, and we're telling him, sticker mule, and wherever, and so he's going to be getting himself some stickers. I'm going to have a nice special spot for his sticker on that adventure trailer. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping to get to the point where I can do some trips. Hey, filming, great to see you. The ultimate grave takers here. But I've got a panel it'd be on the passenger side of the trailer because the nose is V-shaped. Well, the passenger side V panel, that whole panel at the top, I almost got the design done, and then I'll get it through Sticker Mule. I'm going to put a vinyl decal on the top of that panel that says follow my friends on YouTube, and then all the channel stickers I get from anybody on YouTube is going on that panel. So whenever that trailer is parked, someone walking down the sidewalk, they'll boom, right there is they'll be able to see all these different YouTube channels, all their stickers, and that's just hey, I wouldn't be doing this probably without you folks, Hollerhound's in about the middle of the state of West Virginia, or west between Charleston and Huntington.
Really?
There you go, Granny. You got a local.
I know that area quite well, Hollerhound.
That's one thing I did like about West Virginia is the size of that state is such where if you live there, you can get to know your state.
Mm-hmm.
It's small enough that you can get to know your whole state. And I'll tell you what, out of that whole region there, West Virginia at times feels the wildest. It does feel the wildest.
That's why they call it Wild, Wonderful West Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, John R. Timmers, good to see you. Oh, wow. Oh, Ryan's got to run. Hey, love you, buddy. I love you. That's all I can say, man. You take good care. It's got to run. And John's asking, how did everyone in the group meet? Boy, it was all kind of incidental. By
accident.
This guy over here, we met by accident. Yeah. Us meeting was unplanned originally. He's my oldest son. and yeah, he was generally unplanned. Let's put it this way. He was unplanned, but getting to him was intentional. John saying I type sweet at the same time. Exact time when Sty was talking about his trailer. The Wild and Wonderful Wilds of West Virginia. Yeah. Hey, Sterling Silver Variety Show. It's great to see you. Yeah, we're just hanging out around the campfire. Just talking. Just as you would if you had a campfire going out in the backyard and everybody come over and just hung out. You're just going to talk about anything. John thought we looked familiar. Yeah. Yeah, you're new here under your new channel. I saw that you had changed your channel in a different stream, by the way. So you didn't surprise me. Shucks, eh? Yeah, Rain Dancer's hoping everyone's well. As far as I know, everybody's faring quite well. The
Thank you.
got any s'mores? I wish. I've got a bag of marshmallows. I've got my little camp stove. And I could sit here and roast marshmallows, but I'd have to take them off the stick and throw them away. I'm watching my blood sugars right now, so I can't be eating marshmallows. That's just sticking a big tablespoon of sugar in my mouth, you know. I sure would love to. I love sitting here roasting marshmallows during this stream. I used, so that you're aware, running water, I used the first one of these Transcend glucose packs because I needed it. I tried one just to see what they tasted like when I first got them. I used one yesterday because I needed it. I took my tester with to your place working on that trailer, and then about 3:00 in the afternoon, I'm using his little. He's got this little skill saw kind of affair. It's smaller than a standard skill saw. It's only got about a 6-inch blade on it, and if that, it maybe 4-inch blade. But it's nice because it's light, and if you're cutting smaller jobs, you're just ripping. You're cutting off ends off of 2x4s, 2x6s, and stuff. That thing's handy as hell. Well, I had to cut a sheet of T111, but I had to cut it 4 feet long, right?
You gotta
Well,
get
at about 2 feet, that line was doing this. The saw wasn't, but the line was. And I'm going, oh, my eyes are going goofy. After I got that cut, I said, well, I'm going to test my blood sugar. I tested it, and oh, shit, was it low. Yeah, it was down to a 47. And I took 1 pack of that stuff, just 1 pack. And it jacked my blood sugars right up to 120. Perfect, right where I wanted it. I got home tested again, and it was at 98, which wasn't bad at all. So because I wasn't eating but working out in that heat, it knocked my blood sugars way down. Boy, thank you very much, Running Water, for sending me a bunch of those. Yep. JCT, Gil Skills Raid. Look at this. We got Bee Lady. The dude rocks. Awesome, dude. Look at all of these folks. There's Samantha. Hi, sweetie. And there's Gil. Yep. Gil himself. There's the man himself. All those good. Hey, Rules. Great to see you. Hey, thanks so much, Bob. Thanks, Gil Skills, for doing a raid. That's awesome. I was saying when I came in, we had a half a dozen folks when I started up. I said, I don't care if there's just one other person, I'd still have a campfire. And that's it. You start a good campfire, and all of a sudden you got people showing up. Come on in. Everybody's welcome. Come on in. We can always find another chunk of wood to roll up for a seat, and we never stay so late that we have to burn up our seats. I did have a camp like that once, though. We got to the point where there just wasn't any wood where we were camping. I mean, nothing dead left on the ground. Everybody had scavenged everything that was there over the summer, and it was a late season camp, so it was kind of chilly at night. And our very last night, we said, all right, guys, we're sitting on the ground. We grabbed all those rounds that we were sitting on, split them off for that last night's campfire. Yeah, and we stayed up till every stick had been burnt up. Hey, did you trim your beard? No, no, no. It's just because of the humidity, it kind of gets thicker and doesn't fluff out and get as long. And yeah, it does. Beards do weird things with the weather, you know. Hey, Cane Sample, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming over. I think it's great, all you folks coming over. Now, I have to do this. My panelists, they're used to this, but I have to do this a couple of times a night just because people deserve recognition. Okay? This only takes 1 minute. There we go. Hey, Arthur Moorhead, good to see you. Oh, thanks. You like that? That's, I put that together for the channel members, folks that have joined the channel, and I got to give them recognition a couple of times a night during my streams, and they deserve it. They deserve it. I'm hoping to get them a little more member-only content here within the next 2 weeks, so that I can keep them all happy over there. Rain Dancer's hoping to go camping. Yeah. Bee Lady, I always got a kick out of that too. Story has it. That is an open statement, isn't it? That's a great channel name. I mean, it makes you want to go and find out what is the story. The story has it that so and so this or this or that happened, or the story has it. I mean, can't beat that channel name. Hey, Lori J, hi. Samantha, she likes the music I use for that clip. Yeah, that little tune just, for me, always made me feel like the moment I stepped onto the trail, that's the way I feel internally, is that tune when I'm looking out and I just stepped out on the trail, and now everything's ahead of me. Who knows what the adventure will bring, and that music always made me feel that way. Yeah. Okay. You have a very good night, me devil. Thank you so much for stopping in. It was great having you. Samantha, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come on up if you want, girl. Even if it's just to hang out. Hey, Gaffa Haynes, great to see you. Another party from the Gills raid. That is so awesome. B Lady says, I don't care for tent camping though. have to be in a vehicle or something. See, I don't mind tent camping. What I mind is I'm old. I got to use a stinking CPAP machine. I can go 3 nights without a CPAP machine without too much problem, but if I want to do a whole week and I want to do tent camping, hauling that big arse battery around with me is a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Hunt for Heat, great to see ya. Great to see ya. Hunt for Heat's yelling hi at you and Granny, Running Water.
Oh,
Way too,
hey.
son. Good to see you, Michelle.
Hey, everybody.
Folks can do car camping, okay? Yeah. See, I've gotten to the point now where I've got so many choices. If I head down the road, even with the adventure trailer, in the adventure trailer, I've got 3 tents. In my truck, I've got a tent, and I've got all the gear where I could park the adventure trailer somewhere and want to go someplace else just for a 1-nighter or 2-nighter. I throw one of my deep cycle batteries in the back of that truck and I take off. I get there, I got truck tent that pops up on the back of my truck. So I'm inside the steel box of the truck. That's my camper. It's just got a cloth roof on it. And I've got all of the bennies I got in the adventure trailer. If I want to throw the backpack on, throw a bedroll and one of my tents on my pack, I can go down the trail for 2-3 nights and tent camp. So I've got all the options now.
I got to get a new tent. The tent we got's too darn big.
Yeah. My biggest issue with any kind of camping is airflow. Yeah. Oh no, bears can rock cars, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Winter too.
But they typically don't. You know, wait, if you're if you're out camping and you're hiking down a trail and you know your campsite's just down a ways, you might want to pick a different campsite if you see this guy on the trail.
Yeah.
He's a little too happy to see you. Yeah. 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 And then this guy, he thinks the dancing bears are just embarrassing. Yeah. He doesn't think that they're very sophisticated. Yeah. He's kind of embarrassed with them. The Hunt for Heat saying my mom always joked when she was trying to sell a 6-man tent that she didn't have 5 good men to go into it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard a gal say that once too. She said that she bought a 3-man tent, got it home, set it up, and kept looking in the packaging and everything. Packed it all back up, took it back to the store and said, I want to return it. And they said, why? What's wrong with it? She says, this one doesn't have the 3 men in it. She said, I was really disappointed. Got the thing all up and there was no 3 men in the box. Yeah. Yeah, pandas. I watched a documentary on pandas and was shocked. They're actually a pretty nasty bear. You don't want to mess with them because they'll tear you up. They got smaller mouths and their teeth are more like a smaller predator, but their claws are super sharp and they're ornery. They're ornery. They don't like people around them. The Chinese are wise. They don't mess with them out there in the wild. Because they're they'll tear you up. They defend their stands of bamboo, and they look like they wouldn't move fast. But in that documentary, they showed this one running down the hill after this little Chinese guy, and that little Chinese guy just barely got away from that bear. That panda was just giving her. Yeah, koalas too. You got to be careful for some of the cutest animals in the world because they can be nasty little buggers. Koalas they're mean, nasty. My sister had a friend in Sydney, Australia, and she would send video of some encounters they had with koalas, and I was just shocked at how mean and nasty a little cute koala bear could get.
I'm guessing if it's got bear in the name, you better leave it alone.
Oh yeah, beat lady. That's me too. Running Water gave me this one. It's way across the room. I won't grab it. Bugger's about that thick. Great big survival. It covers all different kinds of topics through the whole book. I read the whole damn thing, and I'm going, why do I read these? Because that book had 6 of the other books I've read in it. I could have skipped those other 6 and just read this one. But see, I'm terrible about that. If I get my hands on a survival book, I'm going to read it cover to cover, even though I probably read everything that's in it through somebody else's book. I'm terrible about that. Yeah, Rain Dancer, watch out for the cute ones. Yeah. It's like girlfriends, too. The cutest girlfriends I had were the nastiest little buggers, boy. Mean. Trained to sing loudly at black bears to scare them off. Well, John, that's it. I tell people all the time, if you're on the trail, have bear bells on your hiking pole or sing. I don't care if you sing good or not, but you can avoid 90% of any bear contact just by being noisy enough on the trail that they hear you coming. Because they'll step aside, they'll get out of your way, they'll get just far enough away where they feel safe, but they can still watch you. And sometimes you'll see them off trail watching you, and that scares people. But they don't understand the bear is scared. The bear is off trail now watching you go by because the bear don't want to be confronted by you, just like you don't want to be confronted by him. So it's best you can avoid 90% of bear encounters just by singing. Yeah. We had one walk into camp and we ran out singing happy birthday to it. That's cool. JCT, sunset. Yeah. It's just getting there for me. Just getting there. It's darn near 9 o'clock before it's technically set here. I would find that one bear who wanted to try to harmonize. Yeah, that's it. You'd get a bear that he'd whistle out and 3 more would show up and they'd do the old black bear quartet for you, Yeah. And then you couldn't get rid of them because they just want to do another song and another one and another one. And then they want to be fed by you because they're entertaining you. Yeah. I hit 2 deer with my car, finally got those deer whistles for my car, and everyone said they don't work, do they? To a degree they do. They're not foolproof. A friend of mine had 4 of them devils mounted on the front of his motorcycle, and he's doing about 55 miles an hour. And he had 3 deer run right out in front of him, hit one of them with his motorcycle. And I told him, I said, either those things don't always work or those deer were deaf. One thing that happens, and you got to watch, is you got to clean them out. They will get plugged up with bugs and crap in them, and they don't function as well. Yeah. Oh, look at here! Look at here! There you are, sweetie. Hi.
Howdy.
Hey,
Hi.
Sam.
How you guys doing?
Doing
Pretty
good.
good. Pretty good tonight. I've been
stuff.
missing you guys all week. You know.
Oh,
God, I've been dragging my butt in after the sun sets, and when Phil was streaming it, I was always showing up an hour or more into it, and I just like, oh, and so beat. Today I just did a little bit of running to get more stuff I needed for the trailer, and tomorrow I go back to work in it. So
yeah.
I was really looking forward to tonight. It's good to see your smile. Yeah, that makes my evening.
Oh, geez.
Hey, Blake, great to see you. Great to see you. I'm not wearing that arrowhead. It's hanging on my bedroom door because I showered, and I don't wear it in the shower, and it'll go back on next time I walk past that door.
Hey, Gaffa. How's it going? We were just over at Gill Skills together. It was a fun stream.
Yeah, I saw Gil and the dude were live there, so I went over and I lurked for about 45 minutes before I started here. So I figured I better not say anything. I'll get into a discussion, and I've done that
Yeah.
over at Gil's. Got in a discussion over in the chat, and next thing I know, I'm looking and I'm going, "Oh, I got 3 minutes before I'm supposed to be live." So I behaved tonight. I just lurked. Hey, Tales of the Solstice, good to see ya.
Hey.
I like that. Hey, Sty, panel, chatters, and lurkers.
It's good to see you too, B Lady. Hi, Lori.
Oh, yeah, Blake, I love it. I love it. I love it. One reason I really like it is I'll typically wear it exposed, not inside my shirt, and it's a conversation starter just like that. People right away, they go, "What's that? What's that?" It's a great conversation starter. Yeah. I'm hearing crickets.
Frog.
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
Oh,
frog.
the frogs, the peepers.
Yep. It's a frog.
See, I noticed that on a microphone, the peepers and the crickets tend to sound alike.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And but if you're there, you sure know the difference.
I thought maybe when we took the pool down it would leave, but it didn't.
Hey, Mystic Bunny. Good to see you.
Hey, B Wizzle, good to see ya.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I gotta take a quick look at something here.
I'm all
Hope you're well
excited.
too, B Wizzle.
Go ahead.
I don't know why I don't have. I got it. I don't have e-waste mics on Messenger. Otherwise, I'd send them an invite here.
It's under his actual name.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I'd have to go over.
I
I
later.
got him on.
You
Yeah,
you got them. You can share.
I can if
Can you?
if you need.
I got
Yeah,
pulled up.
I'll
Oh,
message him.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to share it, that's cool. That's just if Mike wants to come up,
Mm-hmm.
I'd come up, but I'm naked eating pizza and dripping ranch dressing everywhere.
We
Well,
don't.
then you should be well covered, right?
We don't care. Whatever.
Now I know what he meant when he said I can't come up. I'm dressing. Yeah, he's dressing. That's what he is.
Well, I watch Twitch, and that's what gets you all the views.
Yeah, John. Doggone it. I got to figure out a time. Maybe tomorrow evening sometime, because I'm working on the trailer all day tomorrow. I won't be back home here until, oh boy, the earliest 7 o'clock Central Time. But if we could, after that, we could do a messenger chat, a phone call on Messenger, and talk about meeting up in 2 weeks. Because, yeah, I'm going to have my trailer. I'm going to have my trailer done, by golly. You gave me a good reason to get it done. You're coming up this neck of the woods. If you want to spend a night, there's a great campground up here that I'm sure we can find a campsite or two available. And yeah, bears love dumpsters. They love dumpsters. Once they figure them out, boy, that's a bear's buffet, is a dumpster. I don't have the photos anymore. My ex-wife, for some reason, disposed of a whole big box of photos we had. And in there, I had 3. You remember the old Polaroids? Click, brrr, and it spit the picture out. And you got to wait 10 minutes before you can see what the hell you took a picture of. I managed to get 3 of those in a row of a bear on one dumpster, jumping to a second dumpster, and the dumpsters were about 4 feet apart. And then a third shot of him taking the last jump to the third dumpster midair. He was full midair. The first shot I took of him, you could tell he was just getting ready to jump. Second one, he was full extension, but his back feet were still on the first dumpster. But the third shot was perfect. He was completely off both dumpsters, skydiving across to the third one. And if I had those photos now, oh my God. Yeah, sure wish I did.
Yeah, I stay away from dumpsters.
Yeah, Bee Lady, if all goes well, we're going to have a meetup. I'm going to meet up with Adventures in the Heartland. Adventures in the Heartland. If I dial you on Facebook, it'll dial your phone. I didn't even know how the hell that messenger worked until somebody, all of a sudden, my damn phone was ringing.
Yeah.
I answered the phone, and they're talking at me, and I can see them. I'm going, this is some weird shit. And they said, turn your camera, I can't see you. And I looked, there I am in the corner. And I'm going, what is this shit? Well, because I got Facebook app on the phone, it just rang me on the phone, and I'm talking to him, I can see him. That's weird. That's weird.
You never watched
anything like that happen outside of YouTube. I mean,
you never watched the Jetsons?
Oh, shut up. That's all
Funny,
fake,
though.
That's all fake.
Dick Tracy.
Star Trek, that's all fake.
It's funny though, that happened with my mom. When she talks on the phone, she holds it out like this. And I was like, Mom, I can see up your nostrils. She's like, what? I was like, put your phone out this way. And she's finally, oh, I can see you. I'm looking like at this part of her face because she's like talking to me like this. But it's on video.
I'll tell you what, people call me on the phone and they always wonder why when they call and I'll go, hello, find out who it is. Then there's a long hesitation and they're like, are you still there? Oh, shut up. I'm setting it up with speakerphone. Because I'm not holding, this just, I come from the days of a handset,
Yeah.
a real phone. These things, I can't hold that up to my ear. it doesn't make sense that the microphone and the earpiece are only that far apart. Look how far away from your mouth that thing is. So I don't know if they can hear me or not. Well, of course they can. So I always put it on speaker.
They do make a Bluetooth handset for you old folks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting it again.
Oh.
Oh, they make
I
a
can
handset,
bear it.
do they? Knocked him on his ass. Knocked him on his ass. Yeah. Yeah, careful, folks. Sty's in a mood. I'm in a mood, and E-Waste Mike's in the nude with dressing.
Hey, Teresa. Good to see you.
Yeah, Teresa's been here hanging out. Hey, hike with Mike. There he is. I'm out in the swamp tonight listening to the whippoorwills. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
The whippoorwills. I did that one video last summer in my camp. You know, the whippoorwills up here, you know, that their breeding season is from June till the end of July, early August. And yeah, they're whippoorwilling back and forth constantly.
Well, have
Well,
you ever heard them make that noise that they make when they're trying to find a mate? It sounds like a damn spaceship.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was amazed. I was recording them, and I had two of them. Two of them lovebirds land right in front of my campfire, and they're dancing around, and there wasn't enough light for me to get them. With the GoPro, I would have been able to get them. So I'm hoping this summer I'll be in that campsite again. I'm hoping they'll come in and I can film them, because boy, were they carrying on. And other people, oh, look there, we got a new member. Oops, I clicked. Nope, there it is. Be Whizzle. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Now you got access to all of the member-only emojis down below, and access, if you go to my community tab and you scroll down, you see anything that says members only, you can watch all those. Those are over there for members only. And B Whizzle is a hiker. Awesome. You will be going on my member appreciation video within the next 24 hours, because I try to update that for future, the next stream down the road. There's some folks that they said, oh, I'm surprised I'm still on there, because my membership, it didn't automatically charge their charge card. And I told them, when a person stops being a member, I don't stop listing them for at least 14 days, because I have that happen almost monthly. I'm a member of a few other channels, and I'll look, and all of a sudden I'm going, what the hell do you mean I'm not a member anymore? I tried to get in a member only, so I'm saying I'm not a member.
Yeah.
Well, then I look, and it didn't charge my card. I got to go in there and pay for it manually, because it isn't doing it automatically. Even though I set it up for automatic payment, yeah, it still didn't do it. So I don't take people down quick. I leave them up. People on that list are or were members.
Skippy Jones, hey. Fire up your heart. Hello.
Fill up your heart. Another good channel name.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing too is I gotta read this here. No, it's a flushable porta potty. What's a flushable porta potty? You got a flushable porta potty? I looked at those things. They take a little bit of investment. Yeah, anybody that hasn't been following Hike with Mike, get over there. His videos are short. You can watch a lot of them in a short sitting, and they're awesome. They're just awesome. It's good to see you, Skippy. Thanks for stopping in.
And we don't
Yeah,
have
I got a
fireflies up
flushable
here.
commode. Dump it out, fill it with water, and flush it. So it's fresh to use again. Nah, I use liners.
Yeah, just don't use Walmart bags.
Oh, I only got about 6,000 of them sons of bitches.
Don't use them. I found out from a student driver on the truck. They don't hold what goes in them.
No. Oh, not for something like that. No liquids, no stinky garbage, no drippy. Yeah, nasty. You would still see fireflies at night. We do, but some folks say no. Oh yeah, we see them here quite a bit. There you go, Bee Whizzle, using those emojis. There you go. Campfire and a compass. Yeah. Adventures in the Heartland with a black bag that heats the water from the sun. Here, oh. I'll show you when you come up. Adventures in the Heartland. I bought 2 of the Coleman solar showers. They're just a big, heavy, flexible plastic bag with a hose and a little shower head and a valve. You fill that thing with water, hang it in the sunlight, and it heats it right up. I mean, yeah, you got nice hot water. Chemical smell. Get that water in your mouth. It burns from the chemical. I won't use Coleman showers at all, and I will not. I've had people say, well, mine doesn't do that. I don't care. You ain't going to get me to use it. Not after what I experienced.
You are out of hours of service driving time.
Shut up. Way to go, running water. I use gallon milk jugs with the screw-on caps. You don't want the ones with the peel-off, pop-off caps. You want the ones with the screw-on caps. Rinse them buggers out real good. And you buy yourself a can of flat black paint and paint that jug. And what I do is I got 4 of them, and I set all 4 of them outside in the sunlight. They're out there all day. And I went in the hardware section at Walmart, and I bought just the sprinkler head, just the head. It was on a little cardboard card thing. Sprinkler head that you can put on a container to make for watering flowers, right? Well, it was the same size as the milk carton cap, and you just screw it on the end of the milk carton and lift that milk carton up. You got yourself a shower, a hot shower, and it cost me, I think, it was $1.88 for that little shower head thing, that little sprinkler head. So I got $2 invested, and I've got 4 gallons of nice hot water, and I think it's great. There we go. Once he's connected, his device isn't connected yet, it says. There he is. He connected now. He's connected now. Oh, look at that. He undressed himself.
Where's the dressing?
That's it. He undressed himself. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Watch it. Fix that. You got to be careful what you say. So
Look, I got a shave.
Mike tonight?
Tired. I am tired. Right. Fix that.
The
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Howdy.
yeah, bee lady. That's what I use is just regular water. Okay. It's like I used to
I
love
don't like them.
pools. Now I hate them because I see all the bad stuff and good, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, those jugs work at 3 years. That's how I would shower all summer long. Is with those just old milk jugs painted black. Paint them flat black, not you don't they don't have to be fancy enamel black, because that flat black definitely works the best. I couldn't believe it. Granny will remember these for sure. You remember the old wash tubs that you could buy that they were rectangular shaped or square,
Yep.
galvanized, but even earlier they were making them and they were white porcelain.
Wow.
Walmart's got them. There's a whole pallet of them, and I walk by and I go, what in the hell? Those are from the 1920s.
Dang. Yeah, we
And they
used
got a whole pallet of them.
to bathtub.
And I thought, doggone it, I got to buy one of them. I got to have one of them in my trailer, man. They make awesome sinks if you're camping.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's white porcelain, easy to wash out, keep clean. Yeah. Yep. They're not the cheapest. They're $24, but for white porcelain, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing with anything porcelain is you got to be careful. Don't be banging it with stuff because it'll chip the porcelain off. But you can tell. They're heavy made. They're sturdy. They're made to be used, not just to look at. I saw a gal. She grabbed 2 of them. Oh, those are going to make perfect flower beds out in the front yard. I'll just have to punch some holes in the bottom. And I'm like, yay, okay.
Yeah.
I got a different idea, I guess. She's going to
Hey,
punch a
Sherry.
bunch of holes in the bottom of that thing, huh?
That porcelain's going to jump back up here in the eye.
That's it.
You betcha.
So my daughter made me a cup for Father's Day.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, that is
Oh,
Yeah.
dang it. I'm trying to. That
But
is.
everybody makes this mistake right there. Yeah. This mistake, where's my finger at? Over here. There's no comma or no one of them things, but that's all right. They all make it. But yeah.
Oh, they.
Look at that one.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
my little
cool.
pup. Yeah. But yeah. There's the beard.
Oh, there's the beard. Got the beard in there.
That's before it got longer.
I must have been pissed off that day.
Looking pretty
Yeah,
serious.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
this picture here, it was like 40 below. That was a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
And then she got me some CBD oil, so woohoo!
Oh.
Actually has
Can't go
THC
wrong
in it
there.
too. Yeah, even got THC in it, so I'm good to go.
It's a good kind.
Be good to go.
My youngest boy gave me a external drive for it's a 2 terabyte drive and a PlayStation gift card for Father's Day. He goes, you don't have enough games yet. And he said, you said your system's full. And I said, it is. I couldn't download an envelope on it. And, well, now I can. So I said, why the gift card? He goes, so you can buy some decent games. Jesus. You know, nothing to him is a decent game, you know, unless you're playing what he plays, you know. I told him, I said, you're goofy. I said, you know, I'm going to be moving into my trailer next year. He says, next year's a long ways off. And he says, plus your PlayStation's small enough. There's no reason for it not to be in your trailer. Okay.
And if you want, you can go ahead and take that gaming case out on the road with you. Use that.
So what? How's that gaming case work on the road? Does it work like an inverter or something?
No, you have to plug it into an inverter.
You plug it into an inverter.
Yeah.
The nice thing with that case is everything's protected in the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that built-in monitor, the speakers
Right.
and everything. Yeah. So.
Well, I hope I don't get kicked off the panel, but round toothpick.
Oh, it's okay. We don't have any carpeting in the Sty Shack. No carpeting in the Sty Shack, so it doesn't make me nervous. Yeah. Out come the old round toothpick. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Well, Joe's not here, so.
Oh yeah. See, and
Yeah,
that
no.
was weird because I got one of them in my foot when I was a little kid, and then sure as shit, my youngest boy, his was bad, man. It went deep and it busted in half, and we had half of that toothpick, and we knew where the other half was. It was in his foot, and it went in at such an odd angle that when it broke, you could not even see. Yet, no matter
wow.
what you did in that hole in his foot, you could not find the end of that toothpick.
Yeah, they're sharp.
So I put a poultice on his foot for 3 days.
Good old raisins.
Yeah, raisin poultice, chewed by himself. You got to make sure it's the person that's using it, their own saliva. And that poultice in 3 days, we changed it twice a day. But in 3 days, I'm going, my ex-wife said, I think it's infected. See that yellow spot? And I got in there with my thumbnail, and I'm going, get me a tweezers, got a hold of it, pull it out. There's that toothpick. It turned itself and walked right out that hole. And it was all nice and pink and looked healthy, cleaned his foot up, some peroxide, and healed right up, just quick. And I wish I was so lucky. I had a darning needle, a big long one, break off in the heel of my foot, and it broke into 3 pieces. 2 of the pieces were inside the foot, and we were a family of 6. So I had my 3 siblings and my mother. My siblings all holding me down on the table. My mother's got me around the leg while my father's got a razor blade, and he's trying to do surgery on the bottom of my heel to get those needles out. And of course, when you're not at the doctor, there's no anesthetic. You know, there's just shut up, quit screaming so loud. Well, quit getting my foot off. You know.
Yep.
And they never got a single piece of it. Hey, you have a good night, be lady. They never got a single piece out. They take me to the doctor. A couple of shots around that incision my father made, and those hurt, the 2 shots. But after that, doctor makes a little reaches in there and pops those 2 pieces out, and then he drops the pointed one that was the biggest piece, drops that piece of it. It pops out of them tweezers he had, pink, and you could hear it hit the floor, click, 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 click. And right away my dad says, oh shit, it's on the floor again. Doctor says, no problem. Kid, just get off the table, walk around a bit, and we'll find it again. God, they were smart asses back then.
I stepped on this one day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Samantha, that's fine.
That hurts.
The poultice bee lady was strictly just raisins. Had them chew them up and basically suck the juice off of them, so it was a good paste. And then we packed it with those raisins, chewed up with his own saliva. And I had used that several times over my lifetime for extracting things like chips of glass, things like that. It works really good for extracting items, and there's certain antibiotic natures to raisins that keep it from infecting in the process.
Work good on bee stings also.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It was tough with that kid though. You put something like that on the bottom of a kid's foot, then you almost have to tie a rope around his ankle and hang him upside down from the ceiling because the little shit won't stay off that foot.
Yep. Bye, Skippy Jones.
Oh hell, I have another whole. I'm gonna send these to Sty. I just found another whole box of these. Look at that.
Holy smokes! What did that say? 5,000 on there or 500?
500. Yeah, I'm gonna send these to you. You can put them in your adventure trailer.
Oh Jesus!
I don't think I can put them in here. I think this is full. Yeah, that's full, so I can't put them in there. I got this thing. I went to a casino one time and got a toothpick, and I couldn't get the damn thing out. I took the whole container. I took the whole thing.
Yeah, that's a restaurant dispenser.
Yeah, I took the whole thing. I couldn't get a toothpick out. I said, well, the hell with you. I'm taking them all. And I've had that thing for years. I probably had that thing for 10 years.
That makes me think of a buddy of mine that he thought anything that a restaurant put on a table belonged to the customers. I mean, he'd walk out with those squeeze bottles of ketchup and mustard in his pockets. He'd go leave with salt and pepper shakers. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to clean out the jelly things, little jelly things, and iced teaspoons because I drink a lot of sun tea and unsweet tea. So the real long teaspoons, yeah, I must have 50 of those damn things. I can get more.
Hey, Roman Flyer, great to see you. Plain old Chuck, great to see you guys.
Hey, Roman. Hey, Chuck.
Yeah, gallon-size canning jars are a bummer to find. Any that are canning quality, they're hard to find. Most gallon jugs that you can find for sale, like at Walmart, they got gallon jugs. They're nothing but cookie jars. They're lightweight glass. I wouldn't put extreme heat to them. They're okay if you put like wax paper or something over the rim and then put the lid on them for doing, like, if you're doing a cold cure pickled fish or pickled eggs or something like that, because it's in the fridge. But to get canning quality gallons, that's tough. It's going good, Roman. It's going good. So,
Yeah, before I moved up, well, when I was down in Iowa, before I got divorced, I had a dozen of those 4-gallon ceramic jugs with the lids. Yeah, the ex took and sold the whole set for $5.
Oh yeah, I had to say something like that.
It's like, no. It's like, go online, look how much you could have gotten for them. Which I did get a real nice letter when I was at home. I don't have child support anymore. So,
well, I was kind of wondering that with both kids, I knew
Yeah.
I knew Allie that she wouldn't be there anymore,
Right.
And then Austin, show me a picture of that kid graduating, and I thought Running Water should have a little bit of spare cash now. You're not paying child support.
Well, it wasn't that much anyways to start with, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing my boys know too, and that's the way I was. Don't bitch about child support. Don't bitch about it. Just do your part. Pay it. You betcha. Pay it. If you want to bitch, it's if the kids aren't being cared for and you're contributing and they're making sure there's money for them to be cared for, then you got something to bitch about. But
Right.
I've seen so many guys that I'm not paying that damn child support, and I can't stand the way my ex-wife raises those kids. Well, you got nothing to bitch about. You're not, you got no skin in the game anymore. But boy, oh boy, if you are supporting them, then you should have a little bit of say in, make sure those kids have their school clothes, they're eating decent, they're living in good conditions. Yeah.
Yeah.
$146,000, 18 years, paid for everything else too. Yeah, I was taken home. My net pay was a little over $1,800 every 2 weeks, as a base wage. The ex-wife and I got separated for a year and a half, and for that year and a half, my take-home pay went down to $387 every 2 weeks because her attorney managed to convince the court that all the rest of that money had to go to child support. I had to continue paying the cost of their housing, the utilities, and I had to provide insurance for them all.
Wow.
So by the time I did all of that for them, plus had my own place to live in and my own overhead costs and everything, I had $380 a month,
that
But
insurance is the biggest thing that's going to help
But
me.
I didn't bitch about it until the kids started showing up at my place and saying, "Dad, can I spend the weekend?" Sure. And then 3 weekends later, I'm going, "When the fuck are you going home? I'm paying for you to live over there, not here. This costs me extra to have you here. You can stay the weekend, but you can't stay a month."
You didn't want to stay there. What made you think we wanted to?
That was it. Here I got my kids saying, "Dad, when you said that's fine, I'm out of here. We wanted to go with you. We didn't want to stay here. If it's getting too rough for you, then we figured, yeah, this ain't good." Yeah. Oh, that was fun times.
Hey, Bradley.
Good to see you, Bradley.
Yeah, they said the weekend. They didn't say which weekend.
Yeah.
It worked to it. Unfortunate. My daughter lives right around the corner. But she's here more than she's home, so
Yeah.
that's all right.
See, for me, I consider myself quite fortunate. I've got my 2 boys here in town. Running Water, he's out on the road for 3 months at a crack. Then he's at home for 10 days or so. So I get to see him at least every 3 months. Sometimes I get to see him month after month. He'll be home for 4 or 5 days, But my youngest boy lives with him. So I got my 2 boys, right? They're just, what is it? It's 5-6 blocks away from me. And my 2 girls, that's a full day trip to go see one of them. So I get to see them a couple times a year. And the one has 10 kids. So yeah, that's
Whoa.
yeah. So twice a year.
10 kids?
Quite a trip. Look at who we got in the basement, man. I was looking for this fella. There he is.
Some of us have got to work, man. Some of us has got to work.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. You're working from home and doing all your homework stuff, and guys just tooling around in their big old semi, just tooling down the road all day long. Yeah.
Yeah. This last weekend? No.
Just a nice Sunday drive every day of your life. Yep.
Oh no, Sunday I got stuck because a tree fell down in front of me. And then while I'm sitting there, while I'm sitting there waiting for a road crew to come out and cut out the tree, I get hit by a deer. It like broadsided my truck, busted out the light. Yeah.
Roman. I hate that Phil guy. Roman.
Yeah. It's a popular thing to hate me. That's cool.
There you go, Bradley. 5 more truck payments and the truck's paid off. Yay.
There you go.
I tell you what, I've been working my budget out for moving out on the road next year. And boy, all of the possible contingencies, you got to be prepared for all those contingencies. And yeah, I set up a fund for common truck and trailer maintenance, set up a fund that's going to be strictly for what it is it's asset replacement, like tires on the truck and trailer.
Emergencies.
If you're out there and you're putting on 20,000 miles a year on a domestic vehicle, yeah, you're going to eat up tires in a hurry. So every couple of years, you're going to be sticking, $1,500 in the whole rig for tires. And so setting all that shit up, and I'm going, I've got what it costs me to live today, and then I've got that spreadsheet with what it's going to cost me to live on the road. And it keeps getting closer and closer to what it costs me to live today. And I'm going, just as long as it don't cost me more, I'm cool.
What are you looking at me for?
I'm scratching your back. Shut the hell up.
You look like you're well, you got the damn thing turned the wrong freaking way.
Yeah, rubbing your back.
Yeah.
He's rubbing you the wrong way.
Yeah. And you can move that back scratcher a little lower and scratch something else.
Hey, Tim, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Tim.
Happy birthday, Tim.
This is the wheel one. Yep. Today's his birthday.
Got a new special surprise food review out today. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to get over there and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great to see Wheel Life. Yes. Yeah, I don't want to hear about your damn job, Phil. Why do you think I haven't been around the last 3 days? Frickin' heat here? Son of a...
What are you out tanning or something?
Huh?
You out tanning in the sun all day long?
No. I was
Getting out.
It's a freaking trailer that doesn't have, and it's black to start with, and where it's hot enough, and then all my tools are black. You pick them suckers up. If you're not wearing welding gloves, you can't hang on to them. And
well, who bought those tools?
Running Water.
Running Water?
Yep. I'm using his tools.
Black tools matter. Come on.
Right.
There's our next few days. Come on, focus.
Focus. Yes,
8790, 8790.
Yep.
That's what we're dealing with.
You can keep that shit. It's starting to cool off here the rest of the week. It's going to get down
I'll be out there working.
mid 70s, so that'll be nice.
Storm's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Thunderstorm.
They forecasted thunderstorms for today here. No, not a drop of rain. Clouds, but no storm clouds, just clouds. And I could have been working on the trailer all day today, but I wanted to work as hard as Phil, so I stayed in a nice air-conditioned building. And, yeah.
See, sometimes you just got to use your brain.
Somebody to show up, and yeah.
That's what your noodles for.
I think your noodles have been.
No, that's my stomach and my asshole that's fried. My brain's just fine. And I think I'm still getting rid of some of that candy bar from 2 days ago.
You're just embarrassing yourself, Phil.
I know, it's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Shameful. That's like me when I put on my black and white jammies, big and fat, and just.
He puts on his panda jammies.
Yep.
And I can see him walking through the living room and all of a sudden acting out like he's Kung Fu Panda or some shit. Yeah.
The bad part is he probably has a pair of them too.
My spicy cup. Turn off your spicy cup. Oh, so Plain Old Chuck has got a spicy cup too. Nice.
Yeah, I threw mine away. I didn't like the way it looked.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the same myself.
Oh,
and then I thought if there's enough e-waste mic cups in the garbage, I would just leave mine here. So
look at this one. My daughter gave me this one for Father's Day. I just showed these guys.
Yeah.
And some nice CBD oil with some THC in it. She did this one where I did my merch.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's all different pictures.
Now, see, that's a great Father's Day gift.
Yeah.
That took some thought and some planning, and you should cherish that forever.
Side of it's green.
That's awesome.
She gave me this.
That is awesome. That is again that wasn't a quick put something together for Dad on Father's Day. That became something up at the store. That took a lot of thought, a lot of effort. That is a wonderful Father's Day present. You should be a happy man.
But since she left, cheap ass cup.
Oh, Mike, what are we gonna do with you?
I know.
Oh shit.
I know.
Got to turn the fan on in here. It's a little stale down in here.
A little stale.
I'm really interested to see if this stuff works. I've been talking about getting some.
What are you going to use it on?
My tallywhacker.
Well, you can just use regular like baby oil for that. You don't have to use the expensive CBD stuff.
I'll tell you what. Never do this. Never use this stuff here. I mean, you can use it.
No.
Wash your hands after you, because if you use it and you go like this, like I did today, holy shit.
Well, it's like getting any kind of capsaicin in your eyeball, brother.
Oh my God. I was freaking out, man.
I can't tell you how many times I've had my eyes burning from touching my eyes after handling something, like that, or peppers or something.
I asked her how much this cost. She wouldn't tell me how much it cost. Well, the dumbass left the price on the bottom.
$50?
40.
Yeah. We buy CBD oil for my mother-in-law because she's got a bad shoulder and she can't get surgery on it. So it helps with her pain in her shoulder. Doesn't take it all away, but it helps quite a bit. She thinks we pay $10 for the thing because we won't tell her how much it is. So she pays us $10 and we pay $50 for it. So
yeah, because my neck is jacked up and my shoulder is jacked up, and I've been wanting to try it. I just never get around to it. So she went. She has a friend that works at one of the dispensaries.
Gotcha.
So, but it's a decent sized bottle. I mean,
oh yeah, that's big for $40. Yeah, because the ones we're getting for $50 aren't that big.
Yeah. Yeah. Smells like one of my old girlfriend.
Yeah, they don't put fragrances in them.
I'm gonna mix this and this together and see what I get.
Start mixing shit. And all of a sudden,
There you
you
go.
shut the place down.
So then you won't know which one's really the one that's helping you.
That's
I
right.
don't know. We'll try it and see if it works.
We're all just people looking for a place to go.
Oh.
I had your song, even though I didn't hear it, I had your song stuck in my head all the way home from work. Sit around the campfire.
Tonight, so. Hey, you only streamed for about an hour last night, eh?
Yeah, that was it. You know, there wasn't a big turnout. I don't know if the people didn't get notifications, whatever. I wanted to get a good night's sleep because I didn't sleep at all Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. None. Zero.
I saw in the messenger you were telling folks that. Yeah.
So I thought about not even going live, and I thought, you know what? Even though I went live like a half hour later than I normally did, I figured, you know what? There are people that are going to expect me to show up. So even though I was a half hour late, I figured I'd show up.
Arcade.
You know, and if there were a lot of people, you know how it is. If there's 30 people there, you'll hang out and stay longer. If nobody shows up and nobody, and there wasn't a lot of people there, so it wasn't like I left a lot of people behind when I. At one point we had as many people on the panel as we did in the chat practically. So
don't hit anybody in the face with that small bottle of pop.
Yeah, no shit.
That's the worst pop you can drink.
What is it, Mountain Dew?
Yeah. 2 liter.
Yeah. Well, he's like my one boy used to be. You know, you go into the party store. They want $1.89 for the regular 20-ounce one, and they want $1.99 for the 2 liter. So he buys a 2 liter and drinks out of the 2 liter, and drinks 3 times the amount of pop he normally would. Sty is quite a guy at arcade.
For the longest time, I was stuck on cherry Pepsi, and I was drinking those big tall bottles. I don't know how many ounces are in the big tall ones, but they come in. They were at that time they were coming in 8-packs, and I was drinking 8 of those. From the time I get off work till I went to bed, I'd drink 8 of them. And that's it was while I was doing that I found out I was diabetic.
So I got my my GoPro this week, right? Or last weekend.
Oh, you got it, yeah.
Yep. So I've been trying to figure out how to use it, very sparingly because obviously I don't have a lot of free time. I will tomorrow. I'll see about my free time tomorrow will work out. So there's a story behind my GoPro, and it just became a story. So I wanted to order it. I wanted it shipped to my work because in case they needed a signature or something, it comes to my work. I can sign for it. Don't have to worry about my boys in the room playing video games, not hearing. The fucking house could burn down, and as long as the flames aren't in their room, they're good to go.
Right.
So I had this shit, but when I ordered this, I put the shipping address as my work, and I believe I put the shipping at the billing address as my work as well. So they declined the purchase because the billing address didn't match what was on the credit card. So I did it a second time. They declined the purchase a second time. Didn't decline the card, declined the purchase. So the third time I went through, made sure everything was right, double checked, triple checked everything, went through, made it, and boom, it finally shows up. Guess what they put on my desk today at work?
What?
A second one? Oofta. They billed you twice.
They didn't bill me twice.
Uh-oh.
Yet.
I went through my 3 credit cards, and I'm not billed on any of my credit cards for it. Now I'm not taking it out of the wrapper.
Yeah.
But we'll see if I'm working with 2 GoPros or if I'm working with 1 GoPro. But it was just kind of weird that suddenly that one showed up today, and I'm like, holy crap!
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, I can't wait till you get yours all set up. GoPro, turn on.
Yeah, no.
No, he hasn't turned it on within the last 8 hours. Damn it.
Well, no, it's been down here.
GoPro.
I don't know. Don't you have to
Start recording.
Don't you have
GoPro,
to
take a picture?
Don't you have to set that up, or do they do that automatically?
No, you just go into preferences, and then you go into commands, and then you can turn on voice command.
Yeah, I haven't turned that feature on yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Swipe down on your screen, and then you'll see preferences. You hit preferences, and then it'll pop up, and then towards the bottom it'll have commands, and that the commands tell you what each command is, what you can tell it to do, and then but just above that is turn on voice commands. Yeah, it's real easy. Yeah.
What version is that?
The 8.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Jeez,
marked them back down to $2.99 again for Father's Day. So I said, "What the hell?"
Yep.
They're all the way up to 8. Jesus Christ! I just sent my GoPro 4 to Kentucky and Peppers and Kentucky Living. Yeah. I sent him my GoPro 4 like 4 months ago. I was like,
well, they've got a Max now too, don't they? How long have they had the Max? That one's more expensive.
Yeah. But
I don't even know anything about that.
The reviews on it, a lot of people are saying, no, you're better off just going with the 8. The Max came out before the 8 was issued. So, yeah, there's a lot of versions. You know, you've got the Hero Blacks and you got the Hero Silvers. Yeah, you gotta watch which ones you buy because the features change in them. Yeah.
do they have a Hero Pink for guys like me?
No, but they make a red one for guys like you.
Yeah. Got the
Yeah,
black for
yeah.
the truck.
Long as it matches the beer can.
Running
right.
water, 7 or 8.
I was just, and you know what? I was
7.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna put the beer can emoji up on the screen too, and I forgot that's not my slide.
Yeah, good luck. Hey, Roman.
Hey, look at what square I'm in.
Roman.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any little humping do down here on me, do I?
Like he is now. I tell him, shut the fuck up. Boom.
I like that.
That's a good one for sure.
Yeah, you missed me trying to kill myself Tuesday night, Roman.
No, I didn't. Well, I missed it that night, but I watched it.
Yeah, so the following morning after getting no sleep, I messaged Abba and I asked him, I says, did you happen to increase the heat level on that? And he was like, a little bit. It's like,
Hey, Bradley. Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, I hope he did that for that other bin he said he sent to League of Fire. I hope he did the same thing to those ones.
Oh, my guess would be he's just got a new formula and he's upped it a little bit, which is all cool. But what I expected and what I ate were two different things.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
Yeah.
Nicholas, buddy. Hey.
Yeah, I heard through the grapevine that you might have had a little bit of a tainted experience.
dude, I was still pooping black fire this morning. So that's a day and a half.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Well, I got a feeling it's got to do with the extract in it, because usually after, a couple of poos, everything's okay. But
I still think that the salt burn that you had with the bar with it was the throat. Yeah.
could have been. I mean, the whole thing, between the extract, the peppers, the salt, all of that was just it's brutal. I tell you.
I like using that super hot ass kicking salt, and I love you putting that like on ground steak, a hamburger steak or whatever. But that salt, it burns my throat.
Nah,
It tastes great. It's not, but burns my throat more than anything, and I'm sure it's the salt.
If you had black poop though, that's bad. That's really bad. That's I had that the first time I did Tube of Terror. Yeah, that's bleeding on your insides. That's not good.
That's not good. No.
No, wait. He's been using a lot of Pepto-Bismol. That's probably why it was.
I have been drinking Pepto-Bismol with pretty much any really hot challenge that I do lately. So,
hey, Bradley, he is out on the road. He's sitting in his truck right now,
and it's still not coming out pink. My poop's still not coming out pink.
Yeah, you know you've drank too much when it comes out pink. Yeah, when you got unicorn shit in there in that stool, you're going, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Around the campfire and hear him tell a tale.
Yeah, my stepdaughter flushed a pocket full of change down the toilet a couple weeks ago, and I wish to God that what I found when I flipped that toilet over was a unicorn turd. That would have been much better than what I actually found and had to scoop out. But yeah, dad duties, man, dad duties.
Gross.
There was this gal that I knew. She owned a local drugstore here, pharmacy. She was a pharmacist, and she told me one day. She said, "Sty," she said, "our basement shower." And now she lived in this beautiful, big, frickin' $500,000 home she built. She says, and it was just her and her young son living there. And she says, my shower downstairs, she said, that's the one I use all the time. She says, now I gotta use the upstairs shower because that damn thing will not drain. She said, and I don't know nothing about plumbing. She said, could you look at it for me? I said, yeah, sure. What the hell?
Sounds like a porno.
Yeah. So I get over there. I go down in her basement, and it's a fancy frickin' bathroom, man. It's got a sauna and all that shit in their big fancy bathroom. And there's that big corner shower, big son of a bitch. I get in there and the floor drains about 4 inches around. It's a big sucker like you'd have in your basement, you know. And I unscrewed that son of a bitch, took it out of there, and I'm looking down in there and I'm going, well, I'll go grab this snake. Well, I got a standard flat snake. It's got the small hook on the end instead of the wire. And I start shoving that snake down there, and I could feel it. You know, it went down.
It still sounds like a porn.
It still sounds like a porn, don't it?
Yeah, he's laying his snake and fixing the plumbing.
It will
Grabbing
be
the
by the
snake,
end.
shoving the snake in there. Yep, keep going. I'm about done. Go ahead.
Shut
the fuck up.
I finally got to some bitch. It wasn't going. Shut the fuck up before you even say it. Finally, it popped through, and I started yanking. I pulled out. I started screaming. And she come running down in that basement, and I told her, I said, get out to your garage and get me a shovel. She says, for what? And I said, so I can bury this fucking dead cat. She was a ginger, and I'm telling you, a ball of fur come out of that goddamn drain as big as a cat. I never seen so much freaking hair in a drain in my life. And she got madder than hell at me. I'm walking through this $500,000 house because I didn't go out the basement door into the backyard with it. I walked right up through the house. She's sitting at her kitchen counter with her kid, and I come walking through. Her kid starts screaming. And he goes, what's that? I said, your mother had a dead cat in her shower drain. And
Siri,
says,
remind me to steal footage
cat
from Sty's show at about the 143 mark.
He says, that kid says to me, this kid's like 12 years old, 13. He goes, "How do you know it's a cat?" I said, "Well, it's covered in pussy hair. It's got to be a cat."
Oh.
And I looked at her and I said, "And you can explain it to him." And out the front door I went with the son of a bitch, threw it off in the woods.
Disgusting. I raised two girls,
and that frickin' thing filled that. Come out of there. That sucker was 18 inches long and 4 inches. Well, it was about 8 inches around when it expanded.
Yeah, I pulled some nasty stuff out of my drains over the years. I had 2 long-haired daughters, a long-haired wife. So yeah, that's the first time I had to pull the dead kitty out of the pipe, as it would be. Yeah, I realized it was time to stop jerking off in the shower.
Yeah, it's all your fault. Yeah.
Wow.
She was pretty damn happy though once she found out that sucker was out of her drain. She went back in there showering, and one look at her, and you know why it got plugged up.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. No more dancing in the shower.
Oh crap.
Yeah, I hope my back hair just keeps growing and doesn't fall out, because that could be future issues.
No, I think if anybody's got daughters with long hair, we've all experienced something like that. Luckily, I've never had to do a 4-inch drain. Just, the bathtub up here, right above where I'm at right now, the water wouldn't flow out of it. And you go in there, you unscrew everything, and you pull out something that looks like a rat, nice and big and long, and it always smells like fucking shit. It never smells good.
It's so damn long and big and nasty, and you gotta hand peel it off, and then you drop that sucker in the crapper, and it doesn't
drop it in the crapper.
Doesn't want to flush.
You don't add to your problem by trying to flush it.
What do you mean?
Why would you do that?
You throw it in the garbage.
It's a big dirty piece of shit.
But can't go in the toilet. Jesus Christ!
You don't put it from one thing to the next.
No, it keeps the guys down at the sewer plant entertained. When they see that bugger coming through and it gets caught in that big old separator, they go, "Whoa, there's another dead cat."
Holy mackerel. What's up, Tim? How you doing, man?
Cleaning out the wife's shower, Yeah. Here comes
All right,
another dead cat.
What do you guys think the Broncos' chances are this year?
Yeah, right. Now, right.
Exactly right.
Sorry, we went from Phil talking about how hard it was for him to shit and having shitting issues to drain nastiness, and I figure it was time for a subject change. So,
I'm amazed.
You talked about more shit.
How's the weather?
Roman suggesting a calmer subject.
Yeah, Roman, right?
It is, man. Oh yeah, I got to remember that.
He must be on his first couple of beers.
We got to go back to that and catch him suggesting such a change in our.
Shame on me for joining you sober. My bad.
Yeah, see, you're blaming us, and it's not our fault that you ran out of beer. That's, come on.
And I can always suck on the hair in the drain.
There's a gross thought.
You called me bad.
Wasn't my idea.
Fuck, suck on this.
Wasn't my idea. I didn't see it. What was it?
Yeah, well, I didn't see it. What was it?
Something behind me? What?
Something behind me. Yep. I'd feel sorry for you, Roman, but I couldn't find a bear that plays the fiddle. This is the best I could do.
That's good enough. I'll take it.
Roman's singing the blues. They're talking gross again. God, I couldn't believe it. You folks missed it. If you weren't there, you missed it. When we got talking about, he was talking about how long his fingernails were, and you know, you can scratch yourself with it. I said, yeah, you know, when you got to trim your fingernails when you got bloody balls, you know. Oh, he lost it, man. He's going, don't go, no. And boy, we stuck on that for about 15 minutes, and he was ready to puke, man. He's just like, yeah. I told him, I said, yeah, when you start seeing blood under your fingernails, it's time to trim them. Can't
Would
be
it hit a little too close to home or something?
We were talking about how a man will look at his fingers like this. Gals will go like this, you know. Men just look at them like this. And then it led on to too long of fingernails, and what do you do when your fingernails are bloody? You put a Band-Aid on your balls with because it's like that.
Yeah, or ask her what time of the month it is.
I never had to ask. I always got fair warning.
I got Granny right away with that one.
Yeah.
That one hit Granny with like a bullet. You got some splaining to do.
Explain it.
No, I don't.
Hey, Alexander, good to see ya.
What's up, Alexander?
Yeah. God, I wish I had a couple of young bucks to help me on my trailer. I could be
You do.
supervising. I could be supervising. No, I don't.
You do.
I should have never taught my boys how to be working men. They'd be at home. They help me. You know?
Oh, you just go down to home. You just go down to home.
I'm done supporting you until you help me with the trailer.
Go down to Home Depot. You can find a couple of good, hard-working men.
On the flip side, you know, if we weren't workers, you wouldn't have somewhere to work on your trailer.
Well,
Good point.
that's kind of true. I wouldn't have as good a place to work on my trailer. I'd be doing it out here on the street. Plus, what tools I do have, I'd have to store inside my apartment.
So you know they're trying to kill me with 10 bags of those rummy bears we were talking about.
10 bags.
Yeah, and then of course I'm in that 10-bottle chug thing that they're trying to kill me with. So today they talked about those world's hottest chips, doing 5 boxes of those sometime in October.
Jesus.
I think they're just out to get me.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what did you go and get yourself into?
I want to get them into a case of beer challenge.
Good night, JCT.
See who can beat me through a case of beer.
There you go.
Yeah.
I bet you I win that one.
Now, see, I wouldn't be good at that one, even when I was drinking, because I never liked to drink it fast. The first 6 I did because I wanted to prime the pump, but after that I was good with just taking my time.
Yeah.
I once did 3 32-ounce beers in 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
And that's what happened to him.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Yeah. I've always been one, if I get a beer, that beer lasts as long as it's cold. If I feel that bugger starting to warm up, boom, I finish it off. My uncle was a warm beer drinker. I mean, he goes sit outside under a nice shady umbrella in the backyard, and his case of beer sitting in the sun.
Ooh.
And he's drinking away all afternoon. And if he said, "Oh, I'm out of beer in the house," he goes out in the garage, stacked up against the wall. It's not in the fridge, and it's just like he'd offer me a beer, and I'd say, "Yeah, put 4 in the fridge, and I'll grab one an hour or so from now. Jeez. Yeah, I can't. Like I'm watching Roman drink garage beer there, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no. No.
Well, now that it's gotten
All
hotter
you got to do
out,
is
I've
move
gotten
some
better.
bicycles and fix that problem.
I bought a new mini fridge, so that I don't have to keep my beer in the garage anymore. It's gotten better. It's better.
Gotten better.
Well, it's gotten hotter, so necessity.
Hey, you can't drink your beer hot. A little warm, maybe. Hot?
Yeah, I don't mind if it's 40, 50 degrees. I can get through that beer, but anything over that, yeah, no. I'd rather suck on a donkey dick.
Well, there's a lot of things. You'd rather suck on a donkey dick than do a lot of things, but.
Well, yeah, but Phil, you're very aggressive.
I know.
So,
You got to push me out of the way first.
There you go, Samantha. That's why I'm not much of a beer drinker anymore. I don't mind sitting and having one cold one or a couple cold ones, but I like my sweet green tea. How about that much of it in that big old mason jar? And top it off with vodka, a little, maybe up to the rim, close. Nice cold. I don't like ice in my drink. I like a small bucket of ice, and I set my drink down in that bucket. I don't want to be diluting my drink. So you got to have that bucket of ice on the side. Yeah.
That's why I
Jason.
have the whiskey stones.
Yeah, I've got a fridge full of them little tiny cubes that, they're plastic. Drop them in your drink. They don't dilute nothing. Yeah, Jason, that was the problem. My uncle, he was half German, and he spent half of his damn career in Germany. And yeah, he brought that habit home with him, drinking warm beer. Roman fell out. He's not in the basement either, so he didn't just fall in the basement this time. Bradley says his favorite beer is Bud Light. His wife don't like it in the house, so I keep a cooler in the shed full of Bud Light.
What's your favorite beer? A cold one?
No.
You know what my favorite beer is? One of yours. I love one of yours. They're the best beers. Oh, yep. Same with smokes. Oh yeah, that's kind of
yeah. Got a little captain in you.
That's it. Yeah. My favorite rum.
Not in me.
Yours.
Yeah, when I would drink rum, that's about the only thing I would do. A little Captain and Coke, or what was good is Captain and Burners. And most other people don't know about Burners, so.
Nope.
Yeah, I think I got some Captain hidden on the bottom shelf in the cabinet.
Oh, have you looked in there lately? You get them all nervous out on the road.
I was gonna say Sty's on his way. What's that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the good stuff's up on top, and then down below, you got all your run of the mill stuff.
I see. I can't bitch because when I tell the boy I'm running a little low, he gets me a small jug.
Holy shit, Batman!
He gets me a small jug once in a while, and he knows I really like my creamer. So, yeah,
Wow.
Nice.
He gets me a small bottle. 1.75 liter Irish cream. That keep your creamer in your coffee for a month.
Captain and root beer is good. Never tried that.
That's the best kind of creamer in the world, though. I tell you what, because it don't go bad at room temperature. It's good for 6 months once you crack the cap. So there ain't no way that son of a bitch gonna last 6 months. So, too bad I already put other creamer in this coffee now that I had to touch that.
Like I say, you never put too much creamer in coffee.
Oh, Captain and root beer. I won't drink any hard liquor with root beer ever. Ain't happening.
Sounds like someone had a bad experience.
My very first drunk, I was 12 years old. I drank over half of a quart of Canadian Windsor mixed with root beer. I use root beer as my mixer.
That'll do it.
And that effed me up in the worst freaking way. I finally now I can drink root beer without a problem. I enjoy it again. But you think about it, 12 years ago, 12 years old, that's 51 years ago, and it took me a while to get over that incident. So no, you mix any hard liquor with root beer, and this boy ain't touching it.
Yeah, you get over them eventually. I got over some of mine, so I went back to I could do tequila shots every now and then, and But when tequila, the funny thing about tequila is you never start a night off drinking tequila, right?
Right.
Tequila always comes out at the end. Once you already got a really good buzz going, you're laughing, you're having a good time, then someone brings out the tequila. Holy shit.
Well, see, and that's the way, when I was on the fire department, fire crew, we'd have a monthly fire meeting. And everybody on the fire crew there. After that meeting, the meeting was continued at the bar. So we all moved to the bar. Well, you always started out with beers and shots, And so it was a nice big cold beer and a shot of whiskey. Well, after about the 6th or 8th one, now it's one beer with a shot of tequila. Then after that, it's just shots of tequila. There's no beers involved anymore, no more whiskey. And then, then you got a bunch of drunk firemen out in the parking lot, can't figure out which truck is theirs. And and half of them were still there the next morning, sleeping in the box of their freaking truck because they couldn't find their keys. And especially when they found out that it was the wrong truck they were trying to get into in the first place. So it's, to kill you. Yeah, they call it to kill you for a good reason. Any whiskey with Coke is good, Another thing I found out, don't get drunk. I mean, hammered on. Don't get hammered on is slow gin.
Ooh.
I asked my wife, she could drink that damn slow gin all freaking night. And she'd be just a little hungover the next day. Me, I'm slamming that crap like it's Kool-Aid, Oh, yeah, go barf your guts out, and then you're yelling, call the ambulance, I'm bleeding out. No, it's just all that red crap you've been drinking all night, That slow gin, man, that shit's poisonous.
I don't have the guts to open this.
Oh, yeah.
That's
good stuff.
That makes good fireballs.
When you got freaking warnings on the damn label right here, look at.
Oh, yeah.
Combustible.
Yep.
190 proof.
Jesus.
Yep. You hear these guys say, you can pour that shit in your gas tank, run your motor on it. You don't want to. You're going to fry your engine, man. It's just too hot. That's hotter than any gasoline at a conventional gas station. You don't want to burn that shit in your motor.
That's jet fuel right there.
Yeah.
Just drink it.
Wait a minute. What? Not intended for consumption unless mixed with non-alcoholic beverage.
unless mixed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because they don't want you burning your face off if you're smoking while drinking.
Phil does it all the time. He burns his face off. Oh yeah, it says. I mean, it's nothing but warning labels all over this thing.
Yeah, don't light cigarettes around it, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, now you get a jar of cherries, pour that in there, let it sit for a while.
Oh,
and then
cherry
you add
bombs
the cherries to your drink.
Cherry bombs are awesome, man. I'll tell you what, I think I told this before, but there was this fancy club, Running Water will probably remember the place, Lord Fletcher's on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
It's considered a 5-star. It's just barely below, jacket and tie status. I went in there and sitting at the bar, and this fella that I'd see in there once in a while, he said, I didn't know he wasn't serious, because the priest, our local priest, was sitting at the bar too, sitting there drinking his wine, And this guy says, "Hey, bartender, set Sty up with a flaming blue Jesus." And I go, "What the hell is that?" He says, "You'll see." Well, he sets that stinking double shot glass there and fills it 3/4 full of blackberry brandy, and then he tops it off with Everclear. Out comes the match. Poof. Well, they had the lights too bright in the place. I couldn't see the frickin' flame. I grabbed that thing and was going to take and drink the son of a bitch, and it's on fire. Guy next to me, "Don't do it!" And I go, "What?" It spilled out. Woof! Frickin' bar was on fire. And it's all my fault, right? I'd never had one of them damn things. That's dangerous, man. That shit burns so pure and hot. It's just a very light blue flame. If you got to turn the lights off to see the frickin' flame, and it's hotter than shit. I had a big old scab on my chin for a couple weeks because I burned my chin with that shit. And thank God I didn't have a beard at that time. Ooh, Lord. What you do is you take that Everclear. Now you got to go and you got to get yourself a couple quarts of it. And you find yourself, you get one of those sun tea makers. They're the big gallon jug with the spigot on it. And you fill that sucker full of super hots. You put reapers, ghost peppers, blah, blah, blah. You put all those in, and then you dump all that booze in with them and put a cap on it. And don't let anybody touch it for a year. You just keep it in the cupboard, store it for a year. Then after that, you bring it out and you tell them, "Hey, the shots are free." Let's see if you can do more than one. I doubt it. We had a bar here that did that. They had this, but that sucker held about 6 gallons. You ever see that one at Cantina Running Water?
Del Norte, yeah.
And had the big old spigot on it, and they would not sell you shots out of it, but you could get a free shot. And I guarantee you took one shot of that, and that was, oh shit, was that hot. That's the closest to me eating a reaper in a liquid I think I've ever had. That shit was so hot. You drank at least a couple pitchers of beer after you did one.
Wow.
And after I did one, I figured it out. Yeah, that bar owner had her figured out. I'll give you a free shot of that pepper juice because you're going to spend a bundle on nice ice cold drinks after you take it. Try to put that fire out. It actually tasted good, but hot. Ooh, hot. And it burned all the way down and into your stomach. And you were on that cramp verge with one shot. You could feel the cramps wanting to kick in. Yeah. Hey, Jack's grandma, 12 years old. Yeah. I started out in life at 12 years old. My adult life started at 12. There were circumstances that went with it that kind of drove me into being a grown-up. Yeah. Yeah, I owned and was driving my own car, and I was making more than my father and mother when I was 11. What those two made together, I was making when I was 14. Their two incomes combined. And I had my first car when I was 15 and didn't get a driver's license until I was 18. But I had gone through 4 or 5 cars by that time. Yeah, those were the days, but look at me. I mean, I put all my miles on, really. That's like buying a brand new car and you decided you're going to travel the continent for 3 years. And then you wonder 30, 40 years later why your car looks like shit. Because you beat the hell out of it in the first 3 years you had it. That's the way my life has been. Yeah. Yeah, and then ship it to you. Yeah, Phil, that's not a challenge that I would support for you.
No. Again,
Yeah.
I'll take my alcohol in small little dropper bottles like
eyedroppers. There you go.
Little dropper at a time. That's good for me.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Eric Pollock in here tonight, so I'm safe.
You're safe so far.
Safe so far because he's not in here.
Eric! Eric, where are you? Hey, Metal Music. Everclear 90s CD and the dash. Good thinking, Charles. Yeah, I carry a pint of Everclear in a vehicle at all times because you just never know. My 63 Thunderbird, the windshield washer tank in that car got a big crack in it. And back in those days, trying to find some kind of adhesive that would work just wasn't there. So I went to a Ford dealer, and sure enough, they could buy me they could get me an aftermarket windshield washer tank for that 63 Thunderbird for now. So I bought a brand new one. While I'm installing it, I'm having sips off of a jug of lime-flavored vodka. And I knocked my bottle over, and some of it spilled inside that tank. And I thought, that won't hurt anything. And then I realized, hey, wait a minute. Wait. Finished installing the tank. I ran back to the auto store, and I said, I need about 4 feet of that hose that comes out of the windshield washer tank. And they said, 4 feet? It don't have to be that long. I said, no, I need 4 feet. So they gave me 4 feet, and I got a drill, and I drilled a hole in the firewall, and I ran that hose through the firewall up under the dash, and I wired it up under the dash, and I filled that tank with vodka. It held 2 quarts of vodka, and I could go to the drive-in theater, and if I wanted to top off my drink, all I did was hit the windshield washer, and fill my drink right up. I didn't have any windshield washer for my windshield, but boy, I had it inside my car. It worked pretty good. And I always wondered, I never got stopped, and they never found that out, I always wondered, what do they charge you with? Open windshield wiper? Windshield washer? There's no bottle in here, officer. There's 2 quarts under the hood, but there ain't no bottle in here. Yeah, I really liked that. That was one feature I didn't like giving up when I sold that car. And I always wondered, because I forgot to tell the kid about it that bought the car. And I always wondered what his expression was like the first time he tried to hit the windshield washers. That would have been spraying right in his crotch where it was mounted. Would have sprayed him right in the crotch.
I bet it didn't happen twice though without their cup being there.
Yeah. Well, and I never heard of a car burning up or nothing, so I figured, well, at least he wasn't smoking when he did it, you know. Nothing like spraying a bunch of high octane vodka in your lap with a lit cigarette. Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that because we were doing the whole Mythbusters thing today at work because, someone was talking about, gasoline and a lit cigarette. And I'm thinking, they did an episode of Mythbusters on that. If you have a pool of gas, and you throw a lit, you take a good hard drag off it, throw it in the gasoline, it won't ignite.
It'll put I've done that. I've shown guys that. Take a cigarette out of my mouth, put it out in a can of gas.
Yep.
And it's the fumes that ignite, not the liquid.
Yep.
That's like I heard a politician today. I don't want to go there. No, we're not going to talk politics. It's just that it was a politician that said it. And I wish politicians would get their shit straight before they say something. I'm not going to give you the context or anything, just the part of the statement he said. If that bullet would have gone through that gas tank, it could have blown the whole vehicle up, could have blown the whole car up. It's about a 1 in 500,000 chance that would happen. And if he even used YouTube, he could have YouTubed it. And there's there's thousands of videos on here where guys have tried blowing gas tanks up using firearms.
It's even harder the newer the vehicle is.
Exactly. Any vehicle with a poly tank in it ain't gonna blow.
Which is pretty much everything nowadays.
Tank in it won't blow. The only way they can get them to blow is with usually about a third to fifth shot, and that shot has literally ricocheted off of the steel frame, the suspension, or something else, and created a spark. The round itself, and these guys are saying, "Oh no, the round's hot; it'll ignite." No, it will not. It doesn't.
Not that hot.
And the proof is out there. It's not even worth arguing over because there's so much proof that proves you're not going to blow the car up shooting the gas tank. That's
and a lot of times
video games. That's what helps them sell.
And what happens a lot of times with with those fluke situations where you do get ignition, you have a bullet that took and went through wiring and is causing arcing and sparks.
Yep, that too.
And you get ignition. But the bullet itself,
no.
By itself, no.
Not the
incendiary round.
Not unless it's making two pieces of iron rub against each other to create a spark. The bullet itself can't actually cause an explosion. But when I heard that guy saying that, and he's insistent that it's the truth. And I'm like, God, we live in. I mean, I don't think there's enough shovels in the world. Because if we're going to clean up half the bullshit that's being talked about out there ain't enough shovels. We ain't got enough shovels. And we'd never have time to be on YouTube. We'd all be out there shoveling. Be like snow in Wisconsin.
Well, it's like this one guy on a panel I'm on. It's a writer's panel, but he's an anthropologist, and looks at sociology, how communities learn and stuff through history. And he's taken and said that it's amazing how right now we are the most connected and have the most access to knowledge, and yet we're the dumbest we've ever been for the information that's available.
Yeah.
Because we were misinformed.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's just it. The waters are so muddy that it's hard to pick out what parts are true. Because you look up anything and you'll find 200 different opinions, and you can pick whichever one fits your bias.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why, and we never did settle that. Just so you understand, Running Water, I'm not like Jesse. When I say, yes,
I know.
there's your truth and my truth, and everybody has their own level of truth, and it's all based on what the hell we've experienced, seen, or heard.
Right.
Because none of us have received the exact same information. Now, if we were in a classroom and the information provided to us was just one source, now we'd both feel the same, understand it the same way. But when it's coming from 1,000 different frickin' sources and everybody's got their own opinions, your truth about something is based on what you've seen and heard. And that's why I always tell everybody, don't take my word for it. Go out and check it out yourself. Go out, right. Someone sees you touch something hot and you go, oh, God. And they go, is that hot? Well, touch it. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. You touch it. You tell me whether that sucker was hot or not. Because if I tell you, yeah, that sucker's hot, don't touch it, you're still going to touch it because you're not going to believe me.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell everybody when they go, oh, is this such and such? I just tell them, well, figure it out on your own. Don't ask me. It is to me. Is that lake deep? Well, I didn't drown in it. It ain't that deep then, I guess. And then this fidget walks up and goes, is that lake deep? And you're going, nope. No, it ain't deep. 3 of us decided it wasn't. And that poor little shit swims and screams at you, you liar. Well, no, it wasn't deep to us. We had our own truths. And that's where it pays off to just agree to disagree and just say, I don't care what you believe. It don't hurt me, if you believe different than me. I'm not gonna be up all frickin' night going, somebody didn't agree. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'd rather go camping. Sterling silver. I would not dare touch that. Hey, you have a good night. Hunt for heat.
Night, lady.
Good night, Humphrey.
Yeah, I gotta kind of keep an eye on how late I'm running tonight, because tomorrow's gonna be a bummer day.
Oh yeah, why is tomorrow gonna be a bummer day?
Well, it's gonna be in the upper 70s is what they forecast. So I figured low 80s, 80 to 83 degrees. And I'm going to be working inside the trailer. It's supposed to thunderstorm, drizzle, rain all day. So nothing really outside that I can do. So I'm stuck inside the trailer. And it don't have a shitload of ventilation in it yet.
I've got a box fan up in my bedroom if you want to use it.
I'll box your fan.
Wow.
God,
wimpy ass box fan.
The shit people tell me. Here, I'll box your fan. Boom.
Smart mouth bear.
Jeez.
I like that gift because with him, whatever he's saying, you can throw your own shit in there. Yeah.
Notice that.
I'll box your fan. Think about that, Running Water. That trailer, the inside dimensions of it, it's 13 and a half feet long. And it's just barely over 6 feet wide. That box fan in there will be blowing all of. I got to do sawing and shit in there. All that sawdust and shit blowing around it.
You
Yeah,
face the fan out so it's sucking the hot air from the van or from the trailer outside.
And sucking the hot air from outside into the trailer.
Well, through the other door.
Right.
Yeah.
I got
you. I'll pull that sawdust right through and out the door.
And it's going to pick up all that dust from one end and bring it all down to the other end out with the fan. So I'm going to be between the two. So it's all passing me on the way up. It's
Wear a
just
mask.
Fucking miserable. I have to accept it. Yeah. But it might help me get the window put in faster. Knowing that, yeah, I'll get that extra ventilation once the window's in. I might even get the first hole cut in this roof for that topper, just so I can open the topper windows. I never thought of that. That's some good ventilation, yeah. Wisconsin is weird. 78 degrees and sunny. Following day, snowplow. Yeah.
Kind of like Michigan.
Did they have snow? Did they have snow in Upper Michigan last week or something?
Last week? Not last week.
It was just a little over a week ago. The UP, our area, and the whole UP had frost warnings. We had frost warnings. It hit 30.
We did get snow flakes. Nothing that got on the ground. We did get snowflakes. It was either like the last week of May or the first week of June. It was just some stuff fluttering around in the air, but
weird.
Yeah, scrapping together. No, I ain't doing that either. No. I don't want to use my beard for a filter. No.
How you gonna cut that hole in your trailer?
How am I cutting the hole in it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I got a really fine tooth blade for my Sawzall. I got a small, more compact Sawzall, and I'm just gonna drill a pilot hole, and then I'm gonna Sawzall out the biggest portions of it, panels, and then the smaller pieces I'm just going to use the thin snips on them. And I'm cutting it in from the outer walls about 2.5, 3 inches, and then I'm going to be raising the edges all the way around. That way, if I ever do get a leak in the topper, it'll hit that rim and it'll keep it at least on the roof, not down into the trailer, and I can always mop it up if I have to. It should seal pretty damn good, though. I've got a good topper seal for the base of the topper, and once the topper is on, I've got 6 clamps on each side that are going to be holding the whole topper down. And at the nose of the topper, now my topper, toppers have a flat front.
Right.
Mine actually, the way it's designed, it's almost like a scoop with an angled window.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a straight flat edge with a square front of the box.
Like on an angle, like this. Like this, it would sit like that, yeah. So it's like a wind deflector, actually.
No, that's the problem, is the window leans towards the wind.
Right, yeah.
Not away from. So it's going to act like a wind break.
Right.
So I'm not going to get it done until fall because I want to camp. And I'm not going to be doing no 2,000-mile trips with it this summer. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a railing up from the topper to the nose of the trailer. It's going to look like the railing on an old pirate ship out into the peak to the point. And then on the inside of that rail, I'm actually going to put a leaned tin wind deflector that'll shoot the wind up over the front of the topper. But yeah. And on the nose of the topper, I got that. I don't know if you ever, some folks may have never seen it, but it's about 5 inches wide, and it's tar aluminum flashing. The tar is an adhesive, and you can use it in construction. If you got like a hip and a roof, a shallow hip, you can lay that right in that hip.
Yep.
And it's actual aluminum flashing, but there's a 1/4 inch of frickin' tar under it. And that shit you put it on, it's like I told my youngest kid, don't get that shit on your skin, man. You go to peel it off and almost take your hide with it. So I'm putting a strip of that all along the front of that topper, mirroring it to the roof. So I'll have that plus the sealer underneath the topper. So I don't think I'll see any water infiltration at all. And the way I'm cutting out the roof, I'll have 2 panels that are almost 24 inches square towards the front that I can use for storage up above. Otherwise, it's just open air. So I got those ventilation windows, and I got daylight can come through. And I'm going to rig up a couple of panels that I can just slide if I want to cut the sun out, if I don't want the sun coming through. And the original vent will still be in there, so I can block all that sunlight from getting down in, but I can still let air up into that. I can open all the windows up and still vent it out. So I think it's going to work out pretty good.
You got a lot of work to do.
It better work out. I don't have to help you take it back down.
Oh, I tell you what, that topper ever comes off somewhere, son of a bitch, I know how it's coming off. Oop.
Yeah. The blisters finally went away on my fingertips from that hot ass topper sitting out in the sun. Oh.
Hey, scrapping together.
I wish I would have had the video camera going for that when you and I and Joe set that topper up there. Those guys said, Dad, you get up on the scaffold, we'll bring the topper to you and we'll slide it up there, and then you just take it from there and position it on the roof, right? They're thinking, well, that'll be the easy job, right? There was nothing easy. I didn't care which position you were in, because when they got that sucker up there so that they can reposition, I got to keep hanging on to that thing. And he ain't kidding. I'm telling you, that thing was close to the boiling point. Oh, it just felt like you stuck your hand right in a pot of boiling water when you grabbed onto it. Wow. And none of us. And then my youngest boy's going, God, we need gloves. And Running Water says, I got gloves. They're in the back porch. And Joe says, what kind of gloves?
Are they grippy gloves?
Yeah. Are they grippy? The kid says. Running Water says, nah, they're just jersey gloves. And he's going, this damn thing's so slippery. No, those won't work. And they're just like, and I'm yelling at my youngest boy, shut up. Let's get it up here. The sooner it's up here, we can quit touching the damn thing, Wow. It was ridiculous. I should have had the damn camera going, because after the fact, it was kind of comical, but trying to hang on to it, holy God, was that sucker hot. Holy shit. Well, I had it sitting on the ground, Running Water, maybe 15 feet from the trailer, if that. And I thought, sitting on the ground, tall grass all around it, I thought, it's got to be cool sitting there. No, it had been cooking in the sun for about 2 hours before we touched it. Oh, yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. And now that it's up there, Running Water's got this freaking mallet that, I mean, Jesus Christ, you could drive fence posts.
My Mario mallet.
Yeah, it looks like Mario's hammer. That thing's sweet, though. I can just get up on my scaffold and go tap, tap, and it moves the topper. I just tap, tap. It moves it real easy. No effort. Don't touch. Just tap, tap.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I dropped my toothpick on the floor.
Oh, shit. Oh, get your foot away from it. Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance.
I'll tell you what, the worst thing I ever stepped on, my damn cat knocked this off my desk. It's a dentist tool.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I said when I stepped on it.
I bet you said more than that.
I picked up my foot and it was just dangling there. It was like this, just dangling.
Oh, my God.
And all I'm doing is looking to kill the cat.
I think the worst, well, I had 2 really bad piercings in my life. But one of the worst ones, well, it probably was the worst. I was just a young kid. I was about 8 or 10 years old. And me and my buddy were in the backyard and we're playing tag. We're running around the yard playing tag. Well, the day before we had this big cookout and we had all these people from around town there and shit. And it was kind of like a half-ass formal kind of thing. And I'm running, chasing this kid. I get behind him and I tag. When we played tag, you knew you were tagged. You know, you usually landed on your face because they tagged you with both hands on the shoulder blades. Boom! Hit him and he hit the ground. I went down and I'm sliding through the grass with my hands. And all of a sudden it felt like a bee sting in the palm of my left hand. And I looked at my hand and there's this little emblem, little round steel emblem on the palm of my hand. I turned my hand over and the skin on the top of my hand is pyramided, sticking up like that. There's something under it. I got my fingernails under that freaking thing and my thumbnail, and I started pulling and pulling. As I pulled it out, the palm of your hand. Now, the skin on the top of your hand's flexible. Your palm's not. The palm of my hand came out almost a half inch.
Suction.
And it was the friction. And then it started coming loose. And I got it out, and it was still humped. And I could watch it go in as it finally went back where it belonged. And I'm looking at that thing, which has now got blood on it, and it's got a spike on it about that long. Here, what it was, it's a pin that was bent over. It was a lapel pin.
Oh.
And when I hit it with my hand, it flattened the pin out, the head of it out, right into my palm. That thing was an inch long. And went all the way through my hand, but it never burst through the skin on the top. It just pushed the skin up. And when I pulled it out, it pulled my palm out like the top looked. And once I realized I'm looking at my left hand and I got that thing in my right hand, and all of a sudden my eyes rolled back in my head and I fainted. Because the combination of the pain and the effect, the visual effects of it, just, yeah, for a young kid, that was just a little more than old Sty could handle. I just, oh, fuck. And my buddy, he's out there yelling. When I was coming back out, when I was coming to, he was still yelling, I killed him, oh, I killed him. I thought, you never fucking touched me. If you want to take the blame, go ahead. I know better than that. If it would have been the other way around, I would have been yelling, he killed himself. Look at it, he killed himself. But yeah, pointy things. Just damn pointy things. Oh God, this poor. Well, this is the one. This poor pointy finger's been so beat up. Oh, look there. Yeah. Now that would have been a bitch. Look at my hand. They got a great big goddamn sheriff star in the middle of it.
Yeah, we see what this says.
Yeah. That's cool.
Licensed junk dealer.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm your junk inspector.
Right.
All this junk has to go. I'm going to impound it. We're going to put it in the yard.
You're never going to see it again.
Yard. You're never going to see it again.
I don't have no room in my yard. My yard's full.
Have you heard from the city yet?
No, and you know what? I got like another 60 servers today and probably another 20 or 30 desktops, and I got another pallet I have to go pick up tomorrow.
Holy crap. And your stuff's visible still, isn't it?
Fuck the city. That's what I said.
When they start giving you citations that you got to pay, though.
Yeah, you know, somebody's got to keep the lights on for them.
Have a good night, Chuck. Enjoy your night in the camper.
Well, maybe you could go remote start your car and get a ticket for that too down there. Right?
You got to have a permit to take a shit.
Yeah. Well, Michigan's where that started. What was that? A couple of years ago, where someone got a ticket for leaving their car running in their driveway down in the Detroit area because
that's actually a state law. That's actually illegal to do. You're really not supposed to start your car and go back in your house.
Well, leave your keys in it. No.
Well, I mean, no. Let it run. You know, go out there in like the wintertime, start your car, let it run. Yeah, right. Yeah, you'll actually get busted for that if they want to be an ass about it.
Yeah.
I got written up last year because my gardening hose was laying on the driveway. It wasn't on the holder.
Oh my God.
Well, if everybody just left their garden hose in the driveway, it'd be chaos, anarchy.
And you know the funny thing was, they give you 5 days to correct it. I never touched it. And they didn't say shit. I'll do that later. Fuck you. So I'll turn the damn thing on and flood the street. Keep fucking with me. My neighbor can't find a swimming pool anywhere. So for the last 2 days, him and his dad are out there and they're sawing and banging and screwing and all this crap. He made a wooden foundation. He put, like a OSB or whatever the hell it was. He made 2x4 sides. He built a freaking swimming pool out of wood. And then he took this rubber stuff like they use like inner tubes, they fix. He bought it in these big sheets, lined it all up, glued it all together, all that. Well, the bitch about it is he's using my garden hose to fill his pool as we speak.
Is he paying your water bill?
Yeah, he always does. I don't care. I have like 100-foot hose, so I say, go ahead. I don't care. That's the guy that gives me all his returnables. He's part owner in a heating and cooling company. He probably gives me $2,000 worth of brass and copper a year.
Wow.
So do what you want to do. I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all my neighbors are like that. We all help each other.
That's cool.
I only got to do it for 1 year, but we had this home up in this town, Washburn, Wisconsin. Really nice home, beautiful home. And I had gardens all over the damn place and beautiful piece of property. But the damn water bill was so freaking high in that town. Water in the gardens was expensive. Well, I had a couple of friends on the city council, and a big group of us put a lot of heat on the council, and they came up with this idea. They were going to run a separate line off of your water main in your house to an outside faucet. And on the outside, they could lock that faucet, right? Well, in the summer, it started like the 1st of June. I'll use that as a date. I don't remember the exact date, but through until like the second week of September, they'd go in, they'd unlock those faucets. Well, now you were allowed to use those exterior faucets during those months to wash your car, to water the gardens, to fill your swimming pool, whatever. And there was no fee for that water. I wasn't the only one. You know how many guys went in their basement and said, "What the hell with that shit?" And they put a T in that line and went past the meter and put it into the house plumbing.
Yeah.
And what you would do, and we've just put a shut off on it, you go down there and you'd shut it off and wash 1 or 2 loads of laundry. Well, it's showing water use, right? Because you're paying for doing your laundry, but you're not paying for the showers, the drinking water, bath water, or none of that shit. And boy, did that make a difference on my water bill.
Yeah, Bill, how much is your water bill a month? Look at mine. Mine's ridiculous. I can't afford this.
Yeah, I don't have a water bill.
I can't afford that.
You're paying about $25.
If that. Sometimes my water bill is like $13. You know why it's higher? Because I was doing some gold, so I was using a lot of water to flush and rinse and stuff.
Oh my God! In that town Washburn, I don't know what it is here in Ashland, running water would, but in Washburn, your monthly base fee is $45 just to be hooked up.
Wow.
Whether you use a drop of water or not, it's $45 a month.
My runs, it's $56, and that was before Joe even moved in there. You know,
Oh yeah.
When the house was empty, it was $56, and it hasn't gone up. But you know, that's just our base cost.
So Joe's not using above the base amount because they give you the first 1,000 gallons or something that you don't pay for, and then after that you pay through the teeth.
Tell Joe to bathe.
Yeah, Joe needs to.
They
needs to wash his ass.
They base ours on units used. So 1 unit of water is 748 gallons. So I actually use 3 units of water in a month. And I don't take a shower, so I don't know how that works. I don't flush the toilet. I shit in a bag. I piss outside or in the litter box. I got 2 litter boxes. What the hell do I need a toilet for?
No wonder that cat's pissed off at you.
I made a comment on one of my live streams. I was down there working. I said, look, I got a refrigerator, a freezer. I got a utility sink to piss in. I got 2 litter boxes to shit in. I got a microwave. I never have to leave down here. I'm good.
All is good. Only have to leave once a month to empty the litter box.
I'm going to show up at Mike's house one day.
Just to shit in his litter box, I bet. Yeah.
I got a big old.
See Bill now. He'll say, "Mike, I'll be right back," and then Mike will go, "What's that scratching sound?"
Right.
That's just Phil in your litter box.
Yeah, I'll look down there and see some black shit and say, "The damn Phil was here."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can just imagine the garbage man seeing that, you know, when it gets taken out, like thinking you got cougar in the house.
Oh no,
that's an awfully big cat.
Big old log in there going, oh, I'm glad I'm not the postman.
It's crazy. So, well, I'm gonna bow out because I gotta get up at 6 o'clock.
Oh. Sounds good. Hey, thanks, Mike, for coming up, man.
Oh, I appreciate you having me.
It's great. Yeah, I'll be wrapping it up here in about another 10 minutes anyway.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat.
I usually go out 3-hour mark.
Okay. But thanks, Sty, Running Water, Granny.
What's
yeah.
His?
Yep.
I will see you all later. Have a good night. Safe travels, Running Water. I'll see y'all later.
You betcha. With the yep.
See what happens when you're a smart ass to everybody else is a smart ass back.
That's right. That's right. Here's your smart ass. I'm glad I found that one. God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about tomorrow, and I'm not. Kind of, but not.
You want to get it done. You want it, you kind of, I can see where that is,
Yeah. I'm at that point where, Jesus, am I ever going to get done with this? I want to just get done, go out and use it, and just relax now the rest of the summer. And towards fall, do some touch-up work, try to get it ready for spring if I'm going to move out on the road. I had somebody ask me the other day, they said, how could you afford to move out of your apartment and live in that trailer? I said, well, right now I've got a total of 7 different websites that will lead you right to all these free camping locations. You don't even have to pay an overnight fee. And they're all over the frickin' country. I looked in towns, even on the eastern seaboard, thinking, there's no such thing. There they are. They're there. It's just that they're little local, municipally owned places that they don't care who camps there. It's all right. You can just camp there, and there's no fee, and they don't have plug-in, that not going to get electric or any of that stuff with it, but they're regular campsites. So I told him, I said, actually moving out of my apartment gives me play money out on the road, actually, because I figure out my fuel costs. I'm going to budget myself to about 2,000 miles a month that I'll allow myself to travel. Some months I might not even move the truck, but those miles add on to the next month. Now the next month I can make a one-way trip up to Alaska, and the following month I'd have enough miles built up to come back, So, but budgeting it all out, I told them, they said, well, but what about all your things? You're going to have to sell everything you own. I said, hell no. I can get one of those narrow type storage units that they're 6 feet wide and they're 20 feet long and they're 10 foot high. It'll take about half of one of those to store my stuff in. And they're $60 a month. I said, okay. Now you take what I pay for rent, and if you can knock it down to $60 a month, that'd be a freaking miracle. And so looking at it is, if you're single and retired, I think you're crazy staying in one spot unless you are in the same house you spent 40 years paying off. If it's all paid off, stay put. You're just paying taxes on it and maintenance. If you don't own a house, get the hell out of a rental and get into something and follow the weather, man. So that kind of excitement just stays there with me all the time. And as things get done, I'm all excited, and it's still just roughed in, but I'm all excited. I'm closer to that day, That Murphy bed I built, I found out yesterday afternoon, that's a heavy son of a bitch. I mean, I go to flop it up against the wall, and I'm going, God, I have to lump that thing every time I want to fold it up. I had a barn handle. I just mounted that on there. Oh yeah, now it's easy to lift up. These little answers to the problem. My other kid, running water brother, he picked me up an awesome mattress from the college that it had these tape marks on it from shipping, tape marks, and the college said, that's no good. We can't let a student have that. So he said, I'll take it. And he told me, Dad, if that'll work in your trailer, use it. I built that bed box, that mattress drop fits right in it, nice and I laid on that sucker, and I go, that's better than my mattress at home. Yeah. So I'm laying in there with shit all half done, and I'm laying in there, and here, Running Water's neighbor is walking down the alley, and I could see him looking in the trailer at me, and I was tempted. I should have, hey, don't bother an old man when he's taking a nap in the middle of this project. But yeah, it's coming together.
And the milk crates work good with that trunk then?
Yeah, they're the same height.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured they'd be pretty close.
And underneath that Murphy bed, now I won't get this done before I go head out camping now, but it's something that if I don't do it throughout if I got a week that I can't camp, then it'll get done, or else it'll happen in the fall. But when you fold that Murphy bed up against the wall, what's going to be there is there's going to be a hinge table that comes down with a leg, and there's going to be two 24-inch benches that fold down. So there's going to be a table and benches when it's in the upright position that I can fold down into the room and sit and have a table. Yeah, where at least two people can sit across from each other and have a meal, whatever. But they'll fold right against the bed when the bed's in the upright position, and then the whole room's wide open. Running Water's brother was out there yesterday telling me exactly how I need to build up the nose of my trailer for my YouTube studio, and you can put these shelves in, those shelves in, and Running Water's got the hole cutters. You can put all the cabling holes in, and I'm like, I love it. It sounds great. When the fuck are you gonna do it? It's so easy for other people to tell you, put this in, put that in, put that. No. Your idea, you should do it. Show me how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. That's what everybody's done to me my whole damn life. Hey, come on over while I'm working on my car. And then they sit there and they go, I just can't get that. Can you want to try? And I know that they know what's going on in my head. Fuck no, I don't want to try. I don't want to try nothing. Because the minute I touch that wrench, I'm finishing the frickin' job while you stand there, drink cold beer, and tell me how to do it. Yeah, you want to try? I'm having a hard time here. Or they'll say, I'm not quite sure how to do this. Could you show me?
No.
No. I'm dumb as a fucking stump. Nope.
I'm not real good at saying no.
Nope.
How old's Joe?
Joe's 40.
Okay.
40. Yeah, he'll be 41 this coming month. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
And
so then Running Water is about 45 then?
44.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny because my baby is 39. Well, she'll be 39 in July, won't she? No, she'll be 40 this year. She'll be 40 in July.
Wait, I thought she was born in 81.
She was born a year after Joe.
Yeah, and I thought Joe was born in 80 and Mariah was in 79. Because I was 76, and then there's 3 years. You had Mariah in 79, then Joe in 80, and then Amanda in 81. So Joe's just now going to turn 40.
Okay, then the baby will be 39.
Yeah.
Hard to keep all that shit straight when you get old. It's hard to keep it straight now for me.
And then you add 15 grandkids to it, and now, after about another 6 months, there'll be 2 great grandkids. I mean, I came from a family. There was 4. I had 3 siblings. There was 4 of us kids in the family, and mom and pop. On my mom's side, she had her folks and 3 brothers. On my dad's side, you had his folks. That's how the bigger our family was. There's a tiny little family. And then my damn kids, my girls, had to learn how to breed. I mean, all of a sudden, everybody was worried. I had one of my grandfathers, the one grandfather said, the family name dies with you. He says, this family tree has gotten so small, there ain't no coming back. This family line is dying off. Oops. And my daughter, with 10 kids, out of her 10, 7 of them carry the family's name because she was not married. So they all carried the family name. And Running Water had a couple, and she's got a boy, carries the family name. I mean, my youngest, she's got 2 boys carrying the family name. So yeah, the family all of a sudden blew up. That's why I'm moving into my trailer. It's time to get out of the house.
And nobody can come visit because there ain't enough room.
That's right. I try to do that here too, but they say, oh yeah, at least 3 of us can come at a time. Yeah, that's about too many. Yeah. 1 at a time. That's enough. With a good understanding that when I say that's all, folks, just like Phil, good night, closes the door.
Yeah,
Speaking of the devil, guys, we're going to be wrapping her up. We hit that 3-hour mark, and everybody seems to be busy. And yeah, I see Richard from Bentley's Backwoods just popped in. We're all doing great, Richard. We're just getting ready to shut down. Yeah, Tales of the Solstice. I just realized you were there. Yeah, sorry guys, but I don't typically push it past 3 hours anymore unless it's really a special night. And Richard just got back from the woods. I'm jealous. That means that there'll be a video down the road here. So at least I'll find out what he was doing. But yeah, I'm going to get some sleep tonight and get busy on my trailer. And the rest of you, all of you out there, I want to say a special thanks to Running Water, Phil, and especially Get Her Done Granny. Thank you all for being up here tonight. It was a blast. Great conversations. Had a good time. Just an additional announcement. There are no more Into the Outdoors on Saturday nights. Those I do not do until fall again. And Taking in the Outdoor videos, those are on the back burner till fall again also. Because I can't do those 2 because I'm in the outdoors taking it in instead of doing videos and streams about it. Yeah, old Pointy downstairs. That's damn Pointy. So we've had a hi-ho time, and I hope to see y'all Sunday. We'll be going back to the Sty Shack doing Sty Story Sunday. That's the one stream you can always count on. It's Sty Story Sunday. So until then, you all have a very, very good night. Bye-bye.
That's all, folks.
Later.
And for Phil's sake, keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.
Yeah.
Crazy.